Hello and welcome to day 19 of Healing from Unavailable Love with Marina. This week we are exploring why we stay, and today I want to talk about the silent deal you may have made without realizing it. The deal that says, if I love them enough, they will love me back. If I keep proving myself at work, they finally recognize me. If I keep being the generous, loyal, available friend, they will finally value me. But there's the painful part. You may be given everything you want to receive because asking directly for it feels too dangerous. So instead of saying, I need commitment, you become endlessly understanding. Instead of saying, I need recognition, you overperform. Instead of saying, I need reciprocity, you give more. And then you wait for them to notice and give back. But what happens when they do notice and still do not give it back? Sometimes you're not just giving love, you're giving instructions. You give loyalty because you want loyalty. You give patience because you want patience. You give emotional support because you want somebody to finally support you. You give flexibility at work because you want them to recognize your value. You give thoughtful gifts, time and energy in friendship because you want to feel chosen back. But you may never say the need out loud. You hope your giving will explain it for you without words. You hope they will look at everything you have done and finally understand this is what they need from me too. But unavailable love often takes the gift without reading the message inside it. What have you been given repeatedly because you are secretly hoping to receive it back? Asking directly can feel terrifying because it removes the fantasy that they simply did not know. If you ask for commitment, they may say no. If you ask for recognition directly, the workplace may still avoid rewarding you. If you ask for your friend for reciprocity, they may make you feel needy, dramatic, or difficult. So you stay in the safer pain, the pain of hoping, the pain of hinting, the pain of overgiving, the pain of pretending you do not need what you desperately need. Because as long as you do not ask clearly, you can keep believing maybe they would give it if they understood, so I have to show it in a better way. But what if they already understood enough? What are you afraid you would have to admit if you asked clearly and they still did not meet you? Overgiving can become a silent invoice nobody agreed to pay. You keep a record inside. Every time you waited, every time you forgave, every time you worked late, every time you showed up for the friend who did not show up for you, You may not say it out loud, but inside something is counting. And the resentment builds because part of you is waiting for repayment. Not money, repayment in love, commitment, gratitude, promotion, priority, an apology, proof that all mattered. But if you never name the need, you may be trapped between rage and silence, giving more, hoping harder, hurting deeper. What do you feel they owe you, but feel too exposed to ask for it directly? Sometimes you do not stop giving because you are afraid they will not even notice the absence. You stop texting first and they do not reach out. You stop carrying the workload and someone calls you difficult. You stop buying the generous gifts and the invitation disappears. You stop being endlessly understanding and suddenly you are too much. That is the pain you may be trying to avoid, because if you stop and they do not come towards you, you will have to face the truth. Maybe the connection depended more on what you provided than on who you are. And that truth can feel unbearable, so you keep paying just to avoid finding out. If you stop providing what keeps this connection alive, what are you afraid would disappear with it? Regret hurts because it asks you to face the moments you betrayed yourself while waiting to be chosen. You knew you needed more. You knew the reply was not enough. You knew the apology did not change the pattern. You knew the workplace was using your ambition. You knew the friendship felt one-sided. But you stayed, not because you were foolish, because you were still hoping that one day they would turn around and say, I see you, I choose you, I value you, I know what you gave, I'm ready to give back. Regret is not here to punish you, it is here to show you where you stopped asking for what you needed and started performing for it instead. Where did you stop expressing your need and start trying to earn the answer you wanted? Healing begins when you stop turning your needs into performance. You do not need to become more patient to deserve commitment. You do not need to collapse from exhaustion to deserve recognition. You do not need to keep proving friendship through overgiving. In my work, we listen for the knot underneath the performance, the fear that screams, if I ask directly, I will be rejected. If I need too much, I will be abandoned. If I stop giving, I will become nothing to them. When the subconscious begins to untie the knot, you no longer need to hide your needs inside sacrifice. you can hear the truth faster, not because you forced yourself to be brave, but because the part of you that was terrified to ask no longer has to protect you through overgiving. If you no longer had to earn what you need, what would you finally ask for clearly? Today, do not only ask, why did I give so much? Ask yourself, what was I hoping they would give back? Was it love? Was it commitment? Recognition? Gratitude? Security? Belonging? Proof that you mattered? And then ask the harder question. Did I ever ask for it directly? Or did I keep sacrificing myself and hoping they would understand? This is where unavailable love becomes so painful, because you may realize you were not only attached to them, you were attached to the hope that one day they would repay every version of you that waited, worked, forgave, carried, and stayed silent. But your needs are not invoices. You are allowed to be spoken. After everything you gave, hoping they would finally give it back, is it too late to heal and start over?